Hey everybody, wanted to just make this video. So many of you have been asking so many great questions about who we are, our family, our structure, what our plans are for the future. So this is a video for you to talk about basically where the channel's been, where we're at right now, and really where the channel's going.
And we just really want to give a big shout out to everybody who's been supporting our channel along the way. We are growing and our audience is growing, and we've changed so much over the year, and we've really appreciated everyone's support.
Right, and absolutely. So all of you who have kind of jumped on, thank you so much. We wanted to give an opportunity to really explain who we are, what our channel's all about, and of course, talk about where we are right now and some big announcements at the end of the video. So be sure to watch the whole thing to understand our plans for the future in 2023. When you think about where we were on January 1st, 2022, we had just under 7,000 subscribers, and here we are at the end of 2022 with over 130,000 subscribers. And just recently in the mail, bum bum, our silver play button. So that is awesome. It's been, again, one great year of travel and growth, and we are just super thankful to all of you.
Yes, we definitely could not do it without your support, so we really appreciate that.
So we're gonna send the kids off for a little while, do some Q&A. We'll bring them back in at the end when we talk about the future of the channel, and there are some big announcements coming at the end.
Okay, so now the next thing we want to kind of talk about is who we are.
Yeah,
who we are and where we're at right now.
We have so many new subscribers. We just wanted to touch base with everybody, let you know, again, who are the Bags Packed family and what we're all about.
Right, I'm Kelly.
I'm Jonathan. And we have been overseas. We've been out of America for the last 8 years, and we're actually international school teachers. We've worked in India, we've worked in Dubai, and now here we are in Indonesia, which is where we are right now, filming during our normal quarter of teaching.
So we usually film as fast as we can on our school holidays, and then we come back to our home and we edit and we post everything out. So our timeline's a little bit off. And a lot of you have asked, well, what do our kids do for school? They go to school with us.
Yes.
We teach at like an international school, so it's just like a normal school, and our kids go to school with us.
Yeah, so during all of our videos, that's typically during our school breaks, and when we're not on breaks, yeah, the kids go to a normal kindergarten through 8th grade, small international private school, and that's how we're handling their education. You know, at this moment in time, they go to the school where we teach.
Yep. Sometimes we like if we're like on a longer break in the summer or the winter, we'll have them do journaling, and we always have them reading and doing some online math. So just like dabbling a little bit in that homeschool, world school kind of thing.
Absolutely. Getting our toes wet a little bit.
Yeah, just trying to build that up.
Yep.
And so that's kind of where we are. Yeah, we lived in Alaska for over 8 years before we came overseas. Now we've been overseas for 8 years. All right, and for the Q&A section of this video, we've got a lot of questions. We kind of lumped them into just like 4 little categories: travel tips with toddlers, travel tips with young kids, kind of travel tips as a family, and then I think there's been a lot of questions like our favorite country or our favorite place. So we'll give you a little hint where that is. But let's start off with travel tips for toddlers. So when you're traveling with a toddler, you know that their personality and their emotions are all over the place. Sometimes they're so happy and they're wild and running around, and then sometimes they're so grumpy and screaming and throwing a tantrum. Our kids do the same. Forrest does the same everywhere we're at. So we figured he's going to be a toddler wherever he is. We might as well be on a beach somewhere cool or eating street food in India. It doesn't matter. Yeah,
when you have a toddler, there's always that fear of like, oh, should I travel with a toddler? And for us, it's really worked out, and absolutely you should. Flexibility with a toddler is key. You've seen in videos, of course, where Forrest has had a little bit of a temper tantrum. So we just, at those times, we just set the camera down, we let him work through it. We're very open with our plans, and if things need to change, we have to be flexible that way as well.
And we've been lucky enough to work with tour guides and stuff along the way that have also just been like super flexible and go with the flow. And if we need to take time to deal with family stuff, we do. And they've been really helpful. And so that's been great.
Yeah. And so now with the older kids, with Granite and Cedar, again, they are now 10 and 8. So big tips with that age range is just balancing, I think, food with activity.
Yeah.
So when we travel, if it's a really hot day, always making sure after we go from one activity to another, we have a downtime that really helps them recoup. Anything like the mall where there's air conditioning are always good.
Anything with food will help them re-energize, especially if it's really hot out. I know we all get tired really fast in the heat, and also allowing them to be kids. So they like to play their video games and stuff. So giving them that game time or reading books just to kind of re-energize and have their own alone time in
Absolutely.
between eating street food and doing cool stuff.
And when we're on airplanes, we don't mind that they watch iPad or movies on the planes. We let them kind of run with all that. Just
some of those
their
flights
time.
are 10 to 14 hour flights.
Pretty long.
And so anything goes when we get on the airplane. And I would say even with toddlers too, is make sure you download videos or games that they like ahead of time, because you don't always know what your Wi-Fi is going to be like. And so if you hit a town or an area of town that, or a train, or where you don't have Wi-Fi, it's always nice to have some backup videos for them, stuff that they can kind of just space out for a while. And just traveling as a family, one thing to remember is just that balance of you're going to be outside in the heat, so now we need to go inside for the air conditioning.
Absolutely.
Sometimes we travel where it's snowy and cold, like when we went to Iceland, and then sometimes we travel where it's really hot and warm, like India. Sometimes we're in the city, sometimes we're out in the country. So just trying it all out, just having that balance of, different experiences. Sometimes it'll be a shopping mall, and sometimes it'll be hiking in Nepal.
Right, and always balancing food and drinks all along the way. We got to kind of keep them constantly eating, and then we're good to go.
Yeah, always have food. That's the number one tip.
I think so.
We'll probably embed tips along the way in our videos, and we might even do a packing shakedown for you at some point.
Yeah, all of that will be integrated into kind of these feature videos coming out in 2023. Little tips here and there, nuggets to help you prepare as you start to think about traveling with kids and your family.
So the last thing in this section was to tell you our favorite country.
Yes.
Our favorite place to travel to.
Yes.
And I will have to say, it's hard to pinpoint one place because each place holds its own unique experience.
Yeah, what I like about one set of places, like say the mountains, once I've been there for a little while, I'm ready for something different. And then we go down to the beach, and then once we're there for a while, I love that place when I'm there. So I always look forward to certain aspects of every city that we go to a new country.
I definitely would say that the people that we interact with along the way make the experience what it is. And so the more positive, inviting communities that we find ourselves in, that's where the memories really are. Interacting with people.
Absolutely. Now the kids, on the other hand, they know exactly where their favorite place is in the world. How many countries have they been to now?
I think 16.
I think 16.
Granite and Cedar have been, I think, to 16 countries. And out of all 16 countries, their favorite place is their grandma's house.
Yep, grandma's house.
Grandma's house tops it every time.
Every time we say, when we're creating the next travel list, okay, where do you want to go? The first response is always grandma's house. So we're like, okay, noted.
So as a family, and you guys are traveling as well, you don't have to go that far. Apparently, you could just go to grandma's house as well. So
it's totally set.
It's about the people and building a family and community wherever you go.
I think so. All right, so next we want to talk about the big reveals, the big plans for 2023.
And where are the Bags Packed family going?
Woohoo.
What's the future of us?
The first big announcement is we are going to roll out channel memberships. This is going to be an awesome opportunity for you to get to know us in a more exclusive environment. There are so many of you leaving excellent comments, asking great questions on the YouTube videos themselves, and we try to get to as many of those as we can, but there's just such a flood, and we're so thankful for that. And we wanted to really create a smaller community of channel members. This will give you the chance to interact with us more on a personal level. We're going to use this channel membership as a soundboard. There goes Forrest. So you'll get sort of the inside track onto our upcoming travel plans. You can ask us more direct questions, and we're really, with the channel memberships, going to create a smaller community
that we can kind of just bounce some ideas off and find out what everybody wants.
Absolutely. Yeah. Like, where, places, where do you want us to go? We'll certainly talk itinerary, all this kind of stuff with channel memberships. Now, it's not to say if you don't want to become a member, you still won't, you will still get interactions from us in comments. It just is an opportunity to create sort of a small sounding board, tighter community that we look forward to interacting with more on a personal level. So that's number one. Channel memberships. We're pretty pumped about that.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to that. And then there's another surprise.
Yeah, now we need Granite and Cedar here to really announce this next level. Come on in, kids.
Yep, go join us.
All right, so welcome, Granite and Cedar. Welcome back. The big announcement, really, there's so many of you who have given such great compliments to our kids And we just wanted to spread that to them. And what's really the big announcement here, Granite?
This year, me and Cedar are going to make our own spin-off channel called Bags Pack Kids.
The Bags Pack Kids. And what are the kind of things you're going to feature on your channel?
Just like reacting.
Reacting?
Like
Okay.
reacting to drinks and foods.
Okay, so while we're in new countries, you might try foods from that region, drinks. Cedar, you mentioned the interest of having some candies and desserts and checking out those kind of foods.
Yeah.
So just doing some reaction videos, which would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Kid style.
So definitely check out those videos. They'll be coming soon. The Bags Pack Kids.
Boom.
Thanks so much, and be sure to check out our channel.
And like
Woohoo, to the Bags Pack Kids. All right, you guys.
BB.
Bags Pack Kids, babies. All right, get out of here, you guys.
Now that the kids have gone off, we're just going to kind of wrap this all up. But I want to talk about, we're also planning to do more collabs and try and reach out to other YouTubers and do some videos together and eat street food together and maybe go to water parks together. Who knows?
Yeah, just explore every kind of city we go to. We're going to be looking for people to collaborate with. So many of you have given great suggestions already, like, hey, check out so-and-so. And we're going to really follow through with that in 2023 as we roll out,
Right, and we
more
appreciate
collaborations.
all your suggestions and videos of who we should try and work with in the area and try and find somebody local to show us around and help us with the language.
Yes, yes. As fun as it is to watch me struggle with even the most basics, it will be kind of fun as we do some of these collaborative videos to have somebody, an expert in the region, help us through some of the process.
Yeah,
So that should be a lot of fun.
Working through the street food scene. For sure. And then so that's another thing. So we have the bags, we have the memberships coming up. The kids are going to start their own channel. They're really learning how to edit and to talk on camera, and so like that's kind of the next level for them. And
How's your arm doing, by the way?
it's doing pretty good. I've had some intensive therapy. The bones are healing. Everything looks good. So it's going to be strong and ready to hike
It's
again.
been quite the process for Kelly, but yeah, you're doing great, staying strong.
Doing great. Thanks for everybody's well wishes and everything. I really appreciate that.
So really, what a great year it's been. We're so optimistic about 2023.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
We couldn't do it without you.
No, we couldn't.
really couldn't.
Not at all.
So
Really,
we really
thank
appreciate
you.
it from the bottom of our hearts. Yeah.
And with that, we'll see you in the next episode.